Imagine looking at two container gardens in the middle of July. One is overflowing with fresh green leaves, colorful vegetables, and healthy growth. The other has yellowing leaves, dry stems, and plants that seem to have stopped growing almost overnight. At first glance, you might think the struggling garden simply wasn't watered enough. But here's something surprising. In many cases, the gardener with the weaker plants has actually been watering more often. That seems backward, doesn't it? July is usually known as one of the toughest months for gardening. The sun is stronger, the days are hotter, and containers can dry out quickly. Yet for many vegetables, July is not the season to slow down. It's the season when they finally begin to thrive. After watching hundreds of container gardens through many summers, one pattern keeps appearing. The happiest gardens are rarely the ones that receive the most attention. Instead, they are usually filled with vegetables that naturally enjoy warm soil and long sunny days. The struggling gardens often contain plants that simply prefer cooler weather. If your containers haven't done well so far, you're not doing anything wrong. This is one of the most common experiences for beginner gardeners. Most people simply grow the wrong vegetables for this time of year, then wonder why their plants lose energy just as summer reaches its peak. By the end of this video, you'll discover 15 vegetables that continue growing when many others begin slowing down. You'll also learn one simple planting idea that surprises almost every beginner and can completely change how you think about July gardening. Before explaining why this happens, it helps to understand what really changes when July arrives. Many gardeners see July as the middle of the growing season. In reality, it marks the beginning of a new season with different opportunities. The weather has changed, the soil has warmed, and many plants are responding in ways that aren't always easy to notice at first. Warm soil is one of the biggest differences. In spring, many seeds wait patiently for the ground to reach the right temperature. Once July arrives, heat-loving vegetables often wake up with new energy. Seeds that struggled earlier may now sprout faster. Young plants can establish themselves more quickly because the warmth encourages steady root growth. Longer days also give many summer vegetables more time to collect sunlight. This extra energy supports faster leaf growth, stronger stems, and more flowers. While we often think only about the air temperature, the soil beneath the plant is quietly doing just as much work. At the same time, something else is happening. Many vegetables that loved the cool days of spring are beginning to slow down. Lettuce may become bitter. Spinach often bolts. Peas may stop producing altogether. This doesn't mean you've failed. It simply means those plants have finished the part of the season they enjoy most. Once gardeners understand this natural change, July begins to feel much less frustrating. Instead of trying to force spring vegetables to keep growing, it's often better to welcome plants that are just getting started. In other words, stop fighting July. Start planting for it. Some vegetables seem almost designed for warm summer weather. They don't merely survive high temperatures. They actually appreciate them. Bush beans are one of the best examples. Once the soil becomes consistently warm, bush beans often grow quickly and begin producing fresh pods within a surprisingly short time. They stay compact, making them an excellent choice for containers on patios, balconies, or small backyards. With regular picking, many varieties continue producing for weeks. Okra is another vegetable that seems to enjoy the heat many gardeners try so hard to escape. While cooler weather can slow its growth, hot summer days encourage tall, healthy plants with beautiful flowers that soon develop into tender pods. Because okra naturally likes warmth, July often feels like the perfect season rather than a challenge. Swiss chard deserves attention as well. Although it grows during cooler months, many varieties continue performing well through summer if they receive consistent moisture. Unlike some leafy greens that quickly bolt, Swiss chard often keeps producing fresh leaves over a long period. Instead of harvesting the whole plant, you can simply remove the outer leaves and allow the center to continue growing. Then there's Malabar spinach. Despite its name, it isn't true spinach at all. That's actually one reason it performs so well during the hottest part of summer. While regular spinach often struggles once temperatures rise, Malabar spinach continues climbing and producing thick, glossy leaves that can be harvested again and again. Many beginners overlook these vegetables because they're focused on crops that are popular in spring. Yet these summer-loving plants are often much happier once the weather becomes consistently warm. They aren't growing despite July. They're growing because of it. Of course, even the right vegetable can struggle if one important detail is overlooked. And surprisingly, that detail isn't always the amount of water. Sometimes it's something happening just below the surface of the soil, where the roots quietly decide whether a plant will continue growing or begin slowing down. Many gardeners believe that using a bigger container will solve nearly every summer problem. Larger pots do have advantages. They hold more soil, dry out more slowly, and give roots extra room to spread. But container size alone is not the reason one plant thrives while another struggles. What often matters even more is the temperature around the roots. On a hot July afternoon, a small dark-colored container can become much warmer than many people realize. While the leaves may still look healthy in the morning, the roots below can be dealing with intense heat by the middle of the day. When roots become stressed, the whole plant begins to slow down. Growth becomes weaker, flowers may drop, and new leaves can appear smaller than before. The first reaction is often to water again. It seems like the logical answer, but if the soil is already damp, adding more water may not help. In fact, constantly wet soil can reduce the oxygen around the roots. Warm soil with very little air creates another kind of stress, and the plant has an even harder time recovering. Instead of watering on a fixed schedule, it helps to observe the soil first. Gently press your finger about an inch into the potting mix. If it still feels moist, the plant may not need more water yet. If it feels dry, then watering slowly and deeply is usually more helpful than giving the plant a quick splash every few hours. You can also pay attention to how the plant looks at different times of the day. Some vegetables naturally wilt slightly during the hottest afternoon hours, then stand tall again as evening arrives. That temporary drooping is often a normal response to heat. If the plant remains wilted the following morning, then it may truly need water. Sometimes the container itself creates more challenges than the weather. Once you begin watching the roots instead of only the leaves, many summer gardening mysteries start to make sense. Now let's look at several vegetables that many gardeners forget they can still plant in July. Cucumbers are one of the biggest surprises. Many people think they must be planted in spring, but in many regions, July is still an excellent time to start another crop. Warm soil encourages fast germination, and healthy vines often begin climbing quickly. With a sturdy support and regular harvesting, container-grown cucumbers can continue producing crisp fruits well into the season. Summer squash is another dependable choice. These plants enjoy warm weather and often grow rapidly once established. Their large leaves help shade the soil, which can slow moisture loss during hot days. A single healthy plant can provide many harvests if picked while the squash is still young and tender. Yard-long beans are less familiar to many home gardeners, but they are remarkably comfortable in hot weather. As climbing vines, they make good use of vertical space, which is especially helpful in small patios or balconies. Their long, slender pods continue forming as long as the plant stays healthy, giving gardeners repeated harvests over many weeks. Eggplant also appreciates the warmth of midsummer. While young plants may seem slow at first, they often become much more productive once daytime and nighttime temperatures remain consistently warm. Container varieties are especially well suited for smaller spaces, and their glossy fruits add both beauty and flavor to the garden. Many gardeners believe they have missed their chance once July arrives. They look at the calendar instead of the conditions. Yet these vegetables remind us that gardening is not only about dates. It is about growing plants that match the season they are entering. Often, what feels like planting late is actually planting at exactly the right time. This brings us to the hidden idea that ties everything together. The real secret is not simply choosing strong vegetables. It is understanding what warm soil is doing beneath the surface. Every vegetable has its own preferred range of soil temperature. Some wake up when the ground is cool. Others wait patiently until the soil becomes much warmer. This is why one seed may sprout in just a few days during July, while another struggles or never appears at all. Warm soil speeds important biological activity. Roots grow faster. Helpful soil organisms become more active. Water and nutrients move through the plant more efficiently. Heat-loving vegetables take advantage of these conditions because they evolve to grow during warm seasons. But not every plant responds the same way. A vegetable that enjoys cool spring mornings may begin conserving energy once the soil becomes too warm. Leaves may become bitter. Flowering may stop. Growth slows not because the gardener made a mistake, but because the plant is responding exactly as nature designed it to. Once you understand this, the opening question becomes much easier to answer. Why was one container overflowing while another struggled? It wasn't simply because one gardener worked harder. It was because one garden was filled with vegetables that matched the warmth of July, while the other was still trying to hold on to spring. That simple change in perspective often brings more success than adding another fertilizer, buying another container, or spending extra hours working in the garden. Sometimes the greatest improvement begins with understanding what the season is quietly asking each plant to do. And there are still a few vegetables that become even more impressive as the summer heat continues. One of them surprises many gardeners because it often outperforms the crop that receives the most attention every year. Another group of vegetables deserves a place in July containers because they often become more reliable as summer continues. One of the biggest surprises is the sweet potato. Most people think of it only as a garden crop that needs a large space, but several compact varieties grow very well in containers. The vines spread beautifully over the edges of the pot, helping to shade the soil and reduce moisture loss. While the harvest comes later in the season, the plant enjoys the heat from the very beginning. Peppers are another pleasant surprise. Many gardeners expect tomatoes to be the stars of summer, but during long periods of intense heat, peppers often continue setting fruit when tomatoes begin to slow down. Bell peppers, jalapenos, banana peppers, and many other varieties appreciate warm days and reward patient gardeners with steady harvests. They may not grow as quickly at first, but once established, they often become one of the most dependable vegetables in a container garden. Cherry tomatoes also deserve a place on the list, especially heat-tolerant varieties. Their smaller fruits usually mature faster than large slicing tomatoes, and healthy plants can continue producing for many weeks with regular picking. If your tomato plant slows during extreme heat, don't assume it has failed. It may simply be waiting for slightly cooler nights before producing another wave of flowers. Sometimes the vegetables that receive the least attention become the most dependable harvest. They quietly keep growing while others take a short break. Of course, July does not look the same everywhere. A gardener in a cool northern climate experiences summer differently than someone living in a hot southern region. Dry climates also create different challenges than humid ones. In dry areas, containers may lose moisture very quickly because water evaporates faster. Plants often benefit from a deep morning watering that allows moisture to soak through the entire root system before the afternoon heat arrives. A light layer of mulch on top of the soil can also help reduce evaporation and keep root temperatures more comfortable. Humid climates present a different challenge. Even when the soil stays moist, damp air can slow evaporation from the leaves. This makes good air circulation especially important. Leaving enough space between containers allows fresh air to move around the plants and may help reduce common summer diseases. If you live where summers stay relatively cool, your containers may need as much sunlight as possible to encourage strong growth. But in very hot regions, a little afternoon shade can protect plants during the hottest hours without reducing overall production. Rather than following one fixed rule, let your garden teach you. Watch how quickly the soil dries. Notice whether leaves stay firm or begin drooping. Observe how each vegetable responds to your local weather. Those small observations are often more valuable than any calendar. Keeping containers productive through July usually comes down to a few gentle habits rather than hard work. Water in the morning whenever possible. This gives plants time to absorb moisture before the hottest part of the day. Before watering again, check the soil instead of following the clock. Many healthy plants need observation more than extra water. A light layer of mulch helps protect the soil from direct sunlight. Harvest vegetables regularly, even if you only pick a few at a time. Frequent harvesting encourages many plants to continue producing instead of slowing down. Remove yellow or damaged leaves when you notice them, allowing the plant to focus its energy on healthy new growth. One gentle caution is worth remembering. During periods of extreme heat, avoid applying large amounts of fertilizer. A stressed plant usually benefits more from steady watering and stable conditions than from extra feeding. Giving it time to recover naturally is often the kinder approach. Looking back, these 15 vegetables each offer something valuable for July container gardens. Bush beans, okra, Swiss chard, Malabar spinach, cucumbers, summer squash, yard-long beans, eggplant, sweet potatoes, peppers, cherry tomatoes, basil, zucchini, New Zealand spinach, and amaranth all have the ability to perform well when matched to the right growing conditions. The biggest lesson is not that every garden should look the same. It is that every season asks for different plants. When we work with the season instead of against it, gardening becomes more enjoyable and often more rewarding. If you're comfortable sharing, I'm curious which vegetable has surprised you the most during summer. Has one plant continued growing when you expected it to slow down? Your experience may encourage another gardener who is learning alongside you. As you spend time with your containers this July, remember that healthy gardens are rarely created by doing more every day. They grow because someone noticed what the plants needed, chose vegetables that matched the season, and allowed nature to do much of the work. Sometimes the garden improves when we simply step back and observe. Choose the right vegetables, give them steady care, and trust the season they were made for. In the end, one of the greatest lessons in gardening is also one of the simplest. Do less, get more.